Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. I hope you are all enjoying good health. This is the 7th lecture of research methodology. In the previous lecture we discussed about the research proposal, purpose of a research proposal, and how to write a research proposal. In this lecture we are going to discuss components of a scientific research paper or a scientific research report. First of all, we see what is a research paper. A research paper is a report published in a journal or conference proceedings, etc. It contains original research results or reviews existing results. It is a formal document in which a researcher or group of researchers present the outcomes of their own independent research results. It is always desirable to get the paper published in an international journal. A paper is also called an article, will only be considered valid if it undergoes a process of peer review by one or more referees who are academics in the same field, who check that the content of the paper is suitable for publication in the journal. Foundation of a good research paper is a good research question. If you don't have a question, you should define one before beginning your research. So you must have a question around which the paper will be organized. Writing a research paper is a multi-step process. The biggest mistake people make is not giving enough time to write the paper. The process consists of at least 4 distinct phases: research, gathering of materials, reading the materials, synthesis of the materials, and writing the paper. You should start early. Most people underestimate how long the first 3 steps take. These 3 steps also directly influence the quality of the paper, as they are its foundation. Without a strong foundation, the paper cannot be strong. There should be 4 distinct parts of the paper. The first part, the introduction, should spell out clearly for the reader what the paper is about and what will you do. In this part, you should indicate the question you are exploring, the importance of the topic, what the parts of the paper will be, and a summary of your hypothesis or finding. The second part of your paper is the literature review, in which you review the major work on your topic by previous researchers. The third part is the body or research work you have conducted. The fourth part is the conclusion, summarizing what you have found and what your answer is to the question you have posed. Now we see the components of the scientific research paper. There are different components of a research paper: title, abstract, introduction, methods, results, discussion, literature or work cited or references, and lastly appendices. These are the standard scientific research paper components. Now we discuss them one by one. All the scientific research reports share a common organizational setup. The common structure of the report is to ensure ease of reading. Researchers may quickly filter the huge amount of information available in the research papers. A common organizational structure helps readers move quickly through the reports. In fact, often scientists do not read entire papers or reports and rarely read them in the chronological order. For example, they may skip directly to the findings and not read the methods. The different sections of a report also force the researchers to carefully distinguish the various aspects of the research paper. For example, what is the result and what is your interpretation of that finding? Now we discuss one by one about the components of the research paper. How to write the title of a research paper. Make the title specific enough to describe the contents of the paper, but not so technical that only specialists will understand. The title should be appropriate for the intended audience. The title usually describes the subject matter of the article. For example, effect of smoking on academic performance. Sometimes a title that summarizes the results is more effective. For example, students who smoke get lower grades. The title is on the cover page and centered on the page. Author's name and date appear below the title. How to write the abstract of a research paper. The abstract should be one paragraph of 100 to 250 words which summarizes the question investigated, purpose, methods used, results and conclusions of the paper. It is not easy to include all this information in just a few words. Start by writing a summary that includes the most important aspects of your work using clear and precise wording. Don't use abbreviations or citations in the abstract. See the literature, how others have written their abstract of their papers. The abstract allows other scientists to quickly scan the large scientific literature and to decide which articles they should read in depth. How to write the introduction of a research paper. The introduction is a brief section, no more than one page usually, designed to inform the reader of the relevance of your research and includes a short history or relevant background that leads to a statement of the problem that is being addressed. Introductions usually follow a funnel style, starting broadly and then narrowing. They funnel from something known to the something unknown to the question the paper is asking. The introduction summarizes the relevant literature so that the reader will understand why you were interested in the question you asked. The introduction provides sufficient background for the reader to understand and evaluate your research. Don't be too long-winded here. You do not need an entire history for frog biology, for example. Introduction defines the terms which your reader may not know. It defines the abbreviations that will be used in the report. For example, partial differential equations should be abbreviated in the form of PDES. Look at other papers that have published in your field to get some idea of what should be included in this section. Do not put results in this section. However, you may include preliminary results that were used to produce the main work that you are reporting. How to write the methods section of a research paper. The methods section chronologically describes the process you undertook to complete the research. Be precise, complete, and concise. Include only relevant information and no unnecessary details. The methods section is written in a paragraph form. It is not written like a series of steps. It includes reasons why the team took certain measurements or choose to use certain equations. It is broken down into subsections if needed. How to write the discussion of a research paper. Interpretation is called discussion. This section offers your interpretations and conclusions about your findings. That how do your results relate to the original question as stated in the introduction section. In this section, evaluate, analyze, explain the significance and implications of your work. Highlight the most significant results, but do not just repeat what you have written in the results section. Explain the limitations, questions left unanswered, and negative results. Discuss the similarities or contrast with previously published research work. Recommend areas for future work or open problems. Results summarizes the main findings. This is where you present the results you have gotten. Use paragraphs and tables if needed. Tables and graphs are numbered, labeled, and referred in the text in the report. For example, table 1, table 2, etc. Tables and graphs include a title. If you present your data in a table or graph, include a title describing what is in the table. The last section should be references section. If you refer an outside source in your report, you should cite from where you found that source. There are several possible ways to organize this section. We discuss the most common format here. In the text, in introduction or methods section, cite or quote the literature at the appropriate places. For example, in this paper, we present optimal derivative-free methods to solve a nonlinear equation of the form f of x is equal to 0. Here we are using the citation 6, 8 and 11. These are the numbers of the references at the place 6, 8 and 11. According to the conjecture of Kung and Thorpe, this reference is listed at number 4 of the reference list. The order of convergence of any multi-point method requiring n plus 1 evaluations cannot exceed the bound 2 raised to power n. For a background study of the multi-point optimal methods, one may consult 1, 8, 11, 13, 14. These are again the numbers of the references in the reference list. So this is the style of writing the references or citing the references in the text. In the references section, list citations in alphabetical order. For example, this is a list of different research papers included in the references section: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And this is the common format which we use to write in the research papers. Here R.Bell, I.K. Ergerus and S. Motza, a new highly efficient and optimal family of 8th order methods for solving nonlinear equations. Applied Mathematics and Computation, 282, 2016, 175 to 186. Here these three names of authors, these are the author names, and this is the title of the research paper, and Applied Mathematics and Computation is the name of the journal. 282 is its volume number 282, and 2016 is the year of publication, and 175 to 186 are the page numbers of the research paper in the volume 282. Similarly, other references are included in the research papers in the same format. To cite a book in the reference list, number 7 is the reference of a book. A. M. Ostrowski is the name of the author. Solution of Equations and Systems of Equations is the title of the book. Academic Press is the publishing corporation. New York is the city where the book was published, and the year of publication is 1960. So in this way, the references are listed in the reference section. So this is the end of our lecture. In this lecture we discussed about a research paper, writing a research paper, and we discussed about different components of the scientific research paper. This is your assignment number 7. You should have to write summary of any research paper of your interest of 2 to 3 pages. Write summary of each section of the paper. Do not copy and paste the work of anyone else, because this will lead to 0 mark. In the next lecture we will discuss about journal, impact factor of a journal, submission of a research article, role of the editor, and peer review process. Take care of yourself and your family. Allah Hafiz.